Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name's Shadow Wraith, and today we are going to be looking at Ring Wraiths in a Middle-earth strategy battle game 2.0. In the new edition, one of the first things that popped in my head was, what have they done to my beloved Ring Wraiths? Okay, and oh well, if you follow this channel at all and look at the name, you can tell what my favourite thing to run is, and that is Ring Wraiths, the Nazgul. I love them in every single way. They look awesome, they played awesome, and they just did everything I wanted them to do. Early doors, starting a Middle-earth strategy battle game, or I think it was Lord of the Rings strategy battle game, whatever it was. One of the biggest problems I had, because I played evil, was dealing with a lot of the heavy hitters that the good factions could bring. So high courage, high fight value, just amazing in combat. So the answer to that was Ring Wraiths with their sexy little spells. So without further ado, we're going to do a quick rundown on the stats of the Ring Wraiths. I'm going to cover the spells and anything that's changed. Well, basically just go over all the spells. I think everything's been tweaked slightly in this, including war gear, stuff like that. And we're going to start with none other than Mr. Witch King himself. There he is. Look at him. It's not the new model, but it's okay. It's the one I used to love. I'm sorry. The new one's sexier. So, the Witch King. Okay. Still, his points vary depending on what he's armed with. Now, different army lists, or let's call them legendary legions, which is kind of what they are. So the army lists run like that. They're restricted and you only can take certain things. So each different army list / legendary legion, the race will come with a different loadout. It's not as flexible as it once was, where they'd start at cheap points, like 55 points or whatever, and you add a 5 points for each will, might, fate that you add to the Ring Wraith. It's already done for you. So, the Witch King of Angmar. If you only want 1 attack, 1 might, 10 will, and 1 fate, he's 80 points. If you want 2 attacks, 2 mights, 14 will, and 2 fate, he's 120 points. And then Big Beefy Boy, 3 attacks, 3 might, 18 will, and 3 fate is 150 points. Okay. He has a stat profile of 6 inches movement, fight 6, it's very nice. A shoot value 4+, but we don't care. Strength 4, defense 8, that stayed the same. They're nice and high defense. Attacks, asterisks, of course, depends on how many points you spend. Still only 1 wound. I don't like the 1 wound on the Wraiths too much. I get why it's there, but at the same time, I'm sorry, he gets stabbed by, in the film, going off the film, alone. He gets stabbed, and then he gets face stabbed. 2 wounds, come on guys, it's easy. Make my boy better. His courage is 4+, intelligence 4+, okay? Switched on guy, my little sausage. He is a spirit, a Ring Wraith. His factions are Mordor and Angmar. He is a hero infantry unique, 25mm base if he's infantry. There you go. Because with heavy armor and a sword, his heroic challenge, very nice, especially in this new edition. He's got heroic channeling. I love it how it works in this edition. A lot less complex, straight to the point, quite powerful. Heroic resolve, heroic strength, heroic strike. Cool. You got good ones in there. You got channeling, which is what you want. You got strike, which is what you want. The others are good to have. So yeah, very nice. What can he bring? Well, you can give him an armoured Fellbeast for 70 points, a Fellbeast for 50 points, a Crown of Morgul for 25 points, a Horse for 20 points, a Morgul Blade for 10 points, 2-handed weapon for 5 points. It's just a 2-handed weapon now, it's not mace, because things don't matter anymore. It's going the 40k route of this is a weapon, this is a different weapon, if that makes sense. But what do these things do? Okay, so the Morgul Blade is pretty similar. Once per game, you can use it during a combat instead of making a normal hand weapon attack with your hand weapon. This must be declared before strikes are made, so before the strikes are made. If they do, all their strikes must be resolved against a single enemy model. If the target suffers a wound that is not prevented in some way, they will be a casualty. If the model using a Morgul Blade is mounted, they must use the strength and attacks of the rider rather than their mounts. Makes sense because he's the one using it. Okay, Very nice. Pretty much identical to how it was. Crown of Morgul has changed. Because, of course, you can just give him 3 attacks now, which is one of the biggest things. And you used to be able to roll a casting roll. Not so much anymore. So, Crown of Morgul's passive abilities, enemy models within 6 inches of the Witch King or attempting to charge the Witch King cannot benefit from special rules that lets them auto-pass. Meh, okay, that's alright. With the exception of Heroic Resolve, cool. Additionally, once per game at the start of any fight phase, the Witch King can imbue its great power to ignite its hand weapon until the end of the turn. Any model that suffers a wound from a strike made by the Witch King is set ablaze. That's okay. Is it 25 points okay? It's okay. It used to be obviously a lot better for what it was. Bumping from 1 attack to 3, reroll a cast. Now you get a once per game ability, and you make people scared of you just in case they weren't scared of you, which can still be countered by Heroic Resolve. Not that they'd probably waste it on that. I don't know how amazing this will be, but it makes your model look cooler. So there you go. Let's go 25 points for cooler models. I don't rate it massively. It's okay. I bring it. I'll play more with the Witch King. I'll let you know how it goes. He's got Harbinger of Evil 12 inches, Terror, and Will of Evil, which is still the same old loser point of will in combat. Okay, 0 will, you disappear. Okay, now for his magical powers, he has Compel, 12 inches, that casts on a 3+. Compel is pretty much identical to how it was. You can move something up to half of its movement value, even if it has already moved. You can't make them out of combat, make them jump or climb or take swim tests, lie them down or dismount them. You can make them drop objects, put the ring on, which is kind of cool. You can charge them into combat. So, very nice. Not too bad. 3+, it's pretty good. Transfix, 12 inches, 3+. Amazing spell. Bread and butter for ring rays. Transfix. Love it. I'm never going to diss Transfix. And I don't think they really touched it too much, if I remember rightly. So, Transfix, it targets one enemy model in range until the end phase of that turn. Oh, I had a panic attack. I thought it was the end of the phase. I was like, no. Well, I mean, you just do it. Yeah. Because that would just be at the end of the movement phase. That'd be terrible. The target cannot activate, declare heroic actions, or use active abilities or make shooting attacks. If the target wins a duel roll, they may not make strikes. If the target has a piece of war gear that has an active ability, they still have that piece of war gear but cannot use the ability tied to it. Pretty good. Stops people. Okay? Big scary monster. Transfix it. You can charge it. No risk. It was not going to hit you back if it wins. Very nice. Drain Courage is a 12-inch range, 4+. Drain Courage. It's a pretty tasty one. I used to use it quite a lot. Haven't used it too much yet. I haven't really had time to play too much Middle-earth, but I have been trying. I can promise you that. I have been trying. I would not count myself as an expert anymore. Not that I ever did. The magical power targets one enemy model within range. The target immediately worsens their courage value by 1 for the remainder of the game. So a model with a courage value of 5+ that is affected becomes courage 6+. Okay, cool. A model can be affected by the magical power multiple times over the course of a battle, worsening its courage value each time. The magical power targets a cavalry model. You have to choose if it's the mount or the rider. Makes sense. Very cool. If you really don't want that hero to charge you or might run away or something, Drain Courage goes on a 4+, 50-50, kind of scary. Enchanted Blades, 12-inch range, 4+. I'm going to hazard a guess. Reroll to wounds. Pick a model, rerolls to wounds. Okay, that's my guess. Yes. They may reroll all failed to wound rolls when making strikes. Okay, targets one friendly model. That's actually really good. Okay, just saying. There's a lot of powerful models out there that want to hit stuff really hard. Stick it on them. They're going to be re-rolling. So, what else have we got? Black Dart. Oof, my baby. Got hurt. Really easy, this one. I know it. Its range is 6 inches. Goes off on a 5+ still. Okay, even though it's been nerfed, and they take a strength 6 hit. Yeah, not strength 9, strength 6. Very nice. Okay, cool. It's still useful. It's still useful. I'm not going to poo-poo it too bad. You can still use it to take out horses quite nicely, so which is what I used to use it for. You just have to be a lot closer to do it. Instill Fear is the next one. Target is self, cast on a 5+. And the last spell is your staff is broken, 12 inches, 5+. So Instill Fear. Well, what does that do, you may ask? I will tell you. I'll tell you all about it. What it does is enemy models within 6 inches of the caster are considered to have the Fearful special rule. And basically what giving enemy models Fearful does is they have to roll a courage test if they ever want to charge anything. So they don't have to cause terror. It's okay. Depending on what army you run the Witch King in, the models usually cause terror. So we'll see. We'll see how amazing it is. There's other lists that will be more useful, I can imagine. And your staff is broken. I'm going to hazard a guess. You point at someone, you get it off, they don't resist it, the staff of power is removed. That is what I'm going to go with. I mean, I know, my brain's pretty big. Let's see. Your staff is broken, magical power, one enemy model that has a staff of power within range. The target staff of power is immediately destroyed, remove it from their war gear. Hey, very cool. He's got to keep that. It's literally in the film. It's very cool. Yeah, there we go. That's what the Witch King's bringing. Fellbeast we'll quickly look at, just in case. So, for an armoured Fellbeast and a normal Fellbeast, the difference is 1 defence. So it's up to you if you want to spend an additional 20 points on +1 defence. But usually you don't have a choice because it will tell you which type of Fellbeast you could bring. So it's movement 6, fight 5, shoot value 6+, who cares? Strength 6, defense 6, 2 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 7+, intelligence 8+. Okay, poor little sausage, not very bright. It's dominant 3, which is good. It has fly, it's a large target, which means it's very easy to shoot at. Has monstrous charge still, perfect, it causes terror, and it still automatically failed the courage test to flee if the Wraith is dismounted. It's still a beat stick, still beat. The biggest thing is you make your Witch King movement 12 and strength 6 with monstrous charge. Very nice indeed. Yeah, still worth putting him on a Fellbeast, I think. Now let's look at his compadre, the Ring Wraith. The Ring Wraith. Here we go. I slightly shunted the camera. So, what do we get? Points value. Costs vary. Well, let's have a look. So, for 1 attack, 0 might, 7 will, 0 fate, Billy Basics, 60 points. Oof. Yeah, relatively high up there. For 2 attacks, 1 might, 10 will, 1 fate, 90 points. It's a pretty good one. Pretty, middle ground. And then you got the top one, which is 2 attacks, 2 might, 14 will, 2 fate. Okay, it's 120 points. Bit up there. If you want to invest everything into your race, go for it. Yeah, they have a movement value of 6, fight 5, shoot value 4+, strength 4, defense 8, attacks asterisk, 1 wound, oof, courage 4+, intelligence 4+. Love it. Okay, cool. Very bright. They can bring an armoured Fellbeast for the same points as the Witch King, a horse for 20 points, and Mortal Blade for 10 points. Horses doubled in points this edition, which is good because horses were very powerful. And now, what else have we got? So, they have Compel, Transfix, Drain Courage, Black Dart, and Still Fear. That's the spells they bring. They have Harbinger of Evil, 12 inches, Terror, Will of Evil, okay? Compels 12 inches, 3+ value. Transfix 12 inches, 3+. Drain Courage 12 inches, 4+. Black Dart 6 inches, 5+. Instill Fear, Self 6+. 6+. 6+. Instill Fear. Poor. Am I missing a trick with Instill Fear? Let me know in the comment section if you've used Instill Fear to do something amazing, or if I'm missing something with it. Let me know, because yeah, 6+ seems quite high. Just that's just me. We already know what the spells do. We already know everything about these ring wraiths. There you go. That is the ring wraiths covered, their stats and stuff. Now, are they good? Are they good in this edition? Yes, absolutely. I love them, okay? And the main reason I love them is because my normal wraiths can have more than one piddly attack, which is massive, a massive boon for me, because it means they can do something in combat. Having one attack, unless you're mounted, usually means you're not going to do much. I find you can like join in with other models and poke at some attacks and stuff like that. You know, add your fight value to fights, but you're not going to be like cutting down troops. But 2 attacks mounted, different story completely. Yeah, because you knock them over, that's 4 strikes to try and kill something. At strength 4, you're going to do some damage. You've got a Morgul Blade as well that you can give them, so you can quite... I mean, it gets pretty scary for some heroes. What can we bring? Well, let's see which list we can bring before I get excited about which variation you want. So, Barad-dûr, you can bring, of course, the Witch King at its 120 point value, so it's that middle one. 2 attacks, 2 might, 14 will, 2 fate, with a horse or a Morgul Blade. Ring Wraiths you can bring for 90 points, which I believe is their middle value as well. 2 attacks, 1 might, 10 will, 1 fate. They can have a horse or a Morgul Blade. Not bad. Not bad. Black Riders. Okay, my poor little Black Riders. I'll go over the Legendary Legions, probably in another video. Give them dedicated, because I haven't played the Black Riders yet, so I want to play with them first before I start talking about them. Which is what I try and do for all the videos. Or at least play against them or something. And they are... The Witch King's 140 points, so he's got 2 attacks, 2 might, 14 will, 2 fate with a horse. You can give him Morgul Blade for 10 points. The Ring Wraith, middle profile again, I believe. Yeah, 2 attacks, 1 might, 10 will, 1 fate with a horse and a Morgul Blade. 110 points. Cool. Wraiths on wings, very good. Looks quite tasty, actually, I'm not going to lie. Middle profile for the Witch King. Ooh, top profile for the Ring Wraiths. Yeah. So they'll be rocking 2 attacks, 2 might, 14 will, 2 fate. Fellbeasts. That's cool. That was for the Wraith on wings. Can you bring a war? No. Army of Mordor, Legions of Mordor, sorry, you can bring Ring Wraiths at their top profile. Witch King at his top profile. But he has to be on an Armoured Fellbeast in that one. Yeah. Has to be on an Armoured Fellbeast. What's the Wraith on wings? Oh no, you can upgrade them to an Armoured Fellbeast. Good. You're not forced to take an Armoured Fellbeast if you don't want to. Minas Morgul, which is a list I love. You've got middle tier Ring Wraiths. You've got top tier Witch King, which is what I like. That's the way I like running it. You can bring Black Gate, or you can bring Ring Wraiths at their top tier, but they have to come with Fellbeasts. So you spend 170 points for the Black Gate for Fellbeasts, for Ring Wraiths. Have to. No questions. And quick skim through, but I'm pretty sure that's all of them. That's everything. Yeah, we're going to like the weird dun landings and stuff like that. Yeah. So all the lists, you can kind of bring them with. They're usually middle profile, so we're looking at 2 attacks for these standard guys. The reason I say they're really good is you've still got 12-inch threat range for transfix. You can still compel. You can still do 2 of the main tricks that Ring Wraiths love to do. Sap Will was a spell that we lost, which I'm very sad about, because it was a good combo with 2 Wraiths to have a 1 Sap Will, 1 transfix or something. Black Dart obviously got neutered a little bit, still useful for taking out cavalry, and it can still put on some damage. Okay, 4+ to kill a defense 6 troop, like elite troop, still great. Not bad. You can still kill a banner with it, stuff like that. Yeah, I quite like them, and it's mainly because they become more combat-y, and they're less horrible to play against it, I find, purely because you don't have damage at such a long range, i.e. 12 inches is now 6 inches, so you have to get up close, and you've got 2 attack Ring Wraiths, 3 attack Witch King running in, so they're more likely to get into your face, get into the thick of it. I don't play my Witch King too into the thick of it, but I do chuck him in if and when I find the moment right, which you kind of have to do with every one of these because they only all have 1 wound. But it's just that less negative play style where they stay exactly, like, they move just within 12 inches, fire a few black darts, back off. It's harder to play like that, which was the main problem with playing things like the Black Riders and stuff. I do plan on playing the Black Riders, test them out, see how they are. They're not going to be as potent, but they're also not going to be as negative and such a negative play experience. So they won't be so oppressive to play against, which I find very important when I'm playing. Yes, I did play Black Riders. I love them, okay, but Ring Raiders were my favourite. Sorry, there's a list for my Ring Raiders. I'm not going to charge them just into combat when you're rocking, like, you know, Bannermere with fearless troops at high fight. No, I'm going to snipe your heroes. It's just how it's going to go. Like, bring a good list, I have to fight good. Yeah. Are they super meta? I think they're very good. Host of the Witch King, Angmar. Fantastic list, okay? You can only bring the Witch King, which is a bit sad you can't bring other Wing Rays, but boy does that hurt. That does hurt. A combination of Barrel Whites and the Witch King flying around is very strong. I've had 2 games with it, love it. I've had about 3 games with the new edition using Ring Wraiths, and I've not been disappointed with my Ring Wraith yet. They managed to transfix what I need to transfix. They can compel things when they need to, things like banners. You can still send banners away, stuff like that. They still mess about with the opponent's army. They still have the -1 aura to courage, I believe. Yes, I just wanted to double check myself on that. They've still got 12 inch of -1 courage, which works well with Minas Morgul, where your Orc Warriors have Blades of the Dead. So -1 defense within 12 inches of the Witch King or a Ring Wraith. Amazing. You still got Drain Courage to make things squishier for your Minas Morgul Orc boys. I love Minas Morgul. I love that list. It's a very good list. It's probably my favourite one to play at the moment. I really like Host of the Witch King, but it's less... Let's say it's a less casual list for me. If I'm bringing Host of the Witch King, I've tested it out, really good, but now if I'm bringing it, I'm playing like a game to win. Like, I'm trying. Not that I don't try in my other games, but you know what I mean. When you're playing a chilled out game, relaxed game, had a couple of Coca-Colas or whatever. Sure. Keep it PG. And you're chilling out and eating some pretzels. You don't want to bring something super strong, and you're facing something like, I don't know, some other fun list. I don't know out there. What's fun that's good? What's a good fun list? I don't know. Hobbits or something. You're not going to go hard, are you? You're going to chill out. So you've got a lot of options with the Ring Wraiths. I'm really looking forward to trying out the Black Riders to see how they fare. Ring Wraith only lists, I don't know if they're viable competitively yet. It depends. They're better in combat, yes, but it's hard to say. Losing the Black Dart make them a lot harder to play against, because if you do get into combat, you're low model count. You're better at fighting now with 2 attacks, but you're not amazing. You don't really want to get too close to your opponent, because as soon as you get stuck in and start getting surrounded and you've got multiple models on you, you're going to start losing Ring Wraiths. Defense 8 only get you so far, and you've only got 1 wound. Then basically a strength 4 person needs to roll a single 6, and you potentially lose a Ring Wraith. So it's very scary. But let me know how you're finding the Wraiths. My overall summary is, yes, Wraiths are awesome. They're still great. Slightly altered on how their playstyle will be, but still absolutely fantastic. I cannot rate them enough. I will bring them to every game I can. I don't feel comfortable unless I have a Ring Wraith in my list. So yeah, and trust me, I know what's cool. If it involves Ring Wraiths, it's cool. There you go. That's I told you the my workings for that. What's considered a cool list. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what you think of Ring Wraiths, how you found them. Yes, I know there have been nerfs to them, but let me know how your games have gone if you played them. It's less of a, I've looked at the page, they look worse. I don't think that's cool. It's more, oh, I brought the Witch King to this game, or I brought a mid-tier, like, Ring Wraith to this other game and he did this, or I struggled against this, stuff like that, like actual game data, you know what I mean? yeah, that's pretty much it really on ring raids. On other news, before I wrap this lovely little video up, it was a quick little short video for you. I've started, so obviously I've got my orcs and my Witch King and my ring wraiths. Okay, I've got that. I've started the hill tribes, played a few games with them, loving them, very fun. Horde faction and wolf is just speaks to my emo heart. And I've also started the opposite side of the hill tribes and wolf, which is the Rohan. So talking Helmhammer Hand, the Prince's list, and then of course the Hera, the Bride of Death, plus Daddy going mad and beating snow trolls up with his bare hands and stuff like that list. Trying them both out because they just I just can imagine them both looking cool on a display board together or something. So I might as well collect them both. So yes, Shadow Wraith has dipped his toe into a good faction again, and it is Rohan. So we'll see how that goes. Which will probably be one of the newer next videos if I don't jump straight into a different video about the various legendary legions now. But yeah. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, do consider liking, and if you're feeling especially wraithly today, do consider subscribing. But even if you don't do either of those things, I still hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.